Me mo bibi akwaba eba Melodies TV so. Today is another day. I hope say obibi awoshe me biano you are well. Mr. If you are watching this video, let me know where you are watching from. And the story I'm a person me kasa efa ono. It is very very important. It is very very serious. Na share baby a watch. Okay, in the comment box where you are watching from, let me know. I'll be in the comment box and then I'll be responding. Now, before we go into the story for today, ma memfa a year assembly entry. So you are seeing the book on your screen. Miana Matro book way. Na a very simple. So who tie me now with fusun. And now what the phobia ne fusun bia na mesre. Try as much as possible. So be pay book way na wato. In fact, from yesterday, we share testimonies minya from the book. I'll show you some of the testimonies. Ghana for Wamoto book no. I received this message from a Ghanaian or catch me say the book has been of major help. What you say for Ono any husband. Now, I say the book has really helped my family and I, and so far so good. Or you want to reduce weight the right way, get this book. It's going to show you 3 things you should do. Yes, we're going to reduce weight. So if you want to get the PDF or the 3 video of the book, you can just WhatsApp or call the number 055-807-4986 as you are seeing on your screen. You are going to get the book. If you want the hard copy, there is a link in the comment box. Click on it and then get the hard copy. Now, Yanko and the story name. So yesterday, I saw this letter trending on social media, and apparently it is a letter coming from the Ghana Health Services. Now, I want to go through the letter, and then I'm going to speak passionately about this. Now, this is the letter, or say query letter. Miss Benis Abwaje, staff nurse, employee number 14. Now, naturally say a letter you throw free Ghana Health Service, nurse, and it was going through the nursing department. Now, say this office has observed that you have been captured in videos circulating on social media using unprintable, inappropriate and scandalous words on the Honorable Minister of Health. Following the circulation of these audios, this office has since received several calls from well-meaning Ghanaians registering their misgivings and reservations about the contents of the videos. Not to say, lady no, wakwa kan send me video bi mo a echo viral. Na nsem a waka no ama nkrofo afre Ghana Health Service lady no yentwe na so. We also have information that these videos are discussed on various social media platforms with people making all manner of disparaging comments about the service. Please find attached a copy of the videos under reference for your review, perusal, and necessary action. Naturally, say video no anam so mankrofo kasetia nurses. Basically, that's what they are saying. Based on the above, can you explain why disciplinary action should not be instituted against you for 1. Use of unacceptable and inappropriate words resulting in a rude behavior towards the Honorable Minister for Health, contrary to Section 8 IC of the Code of Conduct and Disciplinary Procedures. 2. Use of abusive, maybe they wanted to say use of abusive word on the Honorable Minister of Health, contrary to Section 811 of the Code of Conduct and Disciplinary Procedures. 3. Tarnishing the corporate image of the service and bringing the name of service into disrepute, contrary to Section 41D of the Code of Conduct and Disciplinary Procedures. You are required to submit your response to the query to this office by 24th October 2025. So basically, it is a nurse, yes, nurse na kwa kan sembi, na nsemo a nurse na kwa kano. Ama the Ghana Health Service aba betron krata kwa command nurse ne say wankasa ye inti ne ba betwe na so. On responde say di intia na ma ye ntwe na so. Na nurse ne nsembe no kokokan ye. Yentie nurse ne emu nsem. Na yetie nurse ne nsem a waka no. Etie nurse no nsɛm a waka na let me take this off. Etie nurse no nsɛm a waka. We are going to try to make some sense out of it. So let's listen to what the nurse said. Before this, I think nurse many videos near too. So let's listen to this first one. And then I'm going to explain.
If the government is not ready to pay us our salaries, they should rather revoke our appointment so that we go home and then find something better to do. Because we can't be working on empty stomach. How do you expect me to reassure a client on an empty stomach? Where is the love to work? We can't work diligently when we are hungry. So we are pleading on the government. And then I want to give an advice to all of us. I do not want to politicize anything, but then there is this thing circulating. The moment it's about a nurse or a teacher, then you hear one part saying, all those of you saying, congratulations to you, thank you. Listen to this scenario. Yes, starting school 2017. Your parents issues. Imagine, since 2017, my school till now, as I speak right now, the NSS, Mimi area, me and Pikachu me said because of Sikari. Me and Pikachu me said I should go and tell my colleagues again so I enjoy. And someone, yes, I can mention his name. On a was and so watching. Back to my MP. Yes, he told me. He told me that. He told me that. Says Sikari ma. That's yen swab by yen so I enjoy. Please, we've had enough. Enough.
So that is the same since he first no. Okasetia asensubuache owie no sanso de ba eye minister neso, right? So this is what she said about the minister. Controller to Mr. Karobianje. Name of Ministry of Health for when I was someone activating me biometric. Ministry for now, Bruce, how was to share me and printing way, me printing in Mr. Kana. Media, what's not saying? I posted me 10 months and thank you. That's a Mr. Kana, national service. No, any panagia, Yamibi Sianica. So next name someone will can ya and there a dear before bar trese yes say next no remember church and in because wakasetia minister no next name someone will can any. I love the NDC. I love NDC very much. But before loving the NDC, before ever being part of the NDC, still I've not gotten my NDC party card, but still I love the NDC political party. But before becoming an NDC member, first, me a human. Before becoming an NDC member, second, I am a Ghanaian. So even though I love the NDC, the promise I have made is that I am not going to sit down and because of politics be blinded by politics. See, Mame, let me tell you something. There is a universal law, and every single person can check this out. As we are making, you can check it out and read it for yourself. There is a universal law known as the law of cause and effect. And people will tell you, say, it's our law of cause and effect, no? It is the fundamental law to every single thing on earth. The law of cause and effect. And known as what they call religion, every single religion, biano, interpreting in their own way. It is what they call Buddhist, or no one said the law of karma. So, oya papa beba, oya bonia beba. Nini na the law of cause and effect. What the back used to for what? You see, you reap what you sow. It is all part of the law of cause and effect. Akeni beka just say otu bobo banya esanso ba bebo. Nini na the law of cause and effect. Na nini na the ye trend say. You see, uye bibi, ukoso aye bibi it crystallizes and then you get the effect. Most often, as human beings, no, now we are just concentrating on one side of Sadia. No. Ebiana, we are just concentrating on maybe the cause. Sometimes we are only concentrating on the effect without the cause. What am I saying? And then, ya train lady way, you see ye dragging no, aban penyufo nim, omman betre and someone say, na dientia na wakwa kasa, etia minister. That is the effect. We are dealing with the effect. What caused it? And then I'm a lady no. Embrebia ebia nanko betumi akwakoda ne dofo bi ho. Embrebia ebia nanko betumi atena ne dem ehwe ne movie bi Netflix and chill. Wakwako gina ewiase, ewiakete ase e kasetia minister. And then na akose sa de no. What caused it? Na me yemi nua ba na wa ye ejuma for 10 months ni entia ne car. Do you think I'm going to be happy with the minister? Na say lady no put the ache minister no. Lady no, or the ache minister no. And am ye ejuma 10 months na yentia me car. Yes, obi beka say a MPP NDC are buying by a time ben MPP. You can say all that, but at the end of the day the person has not been paid whether we like it or not. NDC yama buying. But whether we like it or not, 10 months in Chianeka. And family home at that point. Say NDC buy 9 months pay na NDC buy at the end. I don't care about that. The person has not been paid. She is a nurse for crying out loud. She's supposed to take care of sick people. Na se nipa koni in Chianeka. Adwen papa ben obetumi enya dia hwe nkrofo. Are we thinking of that? We are not concerned about the ebeya yebetia lady neka. What we are concerned about is wakasetia minister. Intino yen dragging embra ni yen twina so. I don't know who was behind sa letter we, but nipa kura wo ye behind sa letter we no. Meka se nipa ko na wo se epame no. Mamenhwe the person behind this letter. Dr. Samuel Freeman Mensah, who is the medical superintendent. I don't know whether it is a political position, but if it is a political position, sa Dr. Mensah yempame no. Because I have never in my life experienced this level of insensitivity. Lady ne kasano to see, because some people might think say, oh yeah, politics now, oh yeah. That is why I born the first video tray mo no work aseti as and so boache. Otie lady ne nsemu a work national service a wo ye for 1 year kran ye ntua ne ka. Ya sanso posting a wo ye adwuma for 10 months. It's close to 2 years she has not been paid. Are we thinking of how this lady will survive? Demonstration now wo ye no ye wa kra o. And I send you now work as out to me who say we be a wo Kumase. So probably maybe or Kumase can ye posting is a one brand crying. Why a lady no depending on it so? This same nurse what's in the hospital now obi kunu eba be hu no wo ho na nipa kunu kunu ba be se ne pe. And bakuni kunu no to me train so me to me ahwe so na every day or send ni sika na afi woti ase ma nipa kunu kwa ya na beba abonti ababeka se when the nurses for the adwaman and the nurses for the omuni nkrofo kunu na eda. But how do we expect the lady to survive? How do we expect the lady to survive? And what we are concerned about, and they say wakasetia minister inti ye twina so he na ye ni krom ha. And a nurses in penny for mutual throw 2 ministers so. Nurses for mu penny na wo no kaseti minister no mo twena so. Me ani krum ha. And a nurses for mutual throw 2 ministers so mu penny echo radio so ekokoye interview e kaseti minister. San penny no mu twena so. Dr. Tinkran no mu twena so. Mu ye ni bibi. But just because this lady is what? So, so. Who sat down to think of this? Inti lady way why you wouldn't na ka be na sade we. One etina ase a wo hu say yenya ade we yentwe inti no sabe o tro ankrata na kwa koma lady no. Did you sit down to see say that be lady let away a metro no e too insensitive. Ade no chale Naka mitia ne ka na utia lady ne kan ko be kwa ko gina ewia so se wo ye demonstration utia ne kan ko be kwa ko yesa mumi enya hesa de no. It is not fine, it is not good. That has be sensitive small. Eh? Me there are someone they be American say, yeah, share Papa and the woody, so His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. If you want to take an action, ask yourself, say, action where me take His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Obefo Aswana. And clearly, if you know Mahama, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, if you know him, Ubehune say, there is no way he's going to take an action like this. Nanka Mahama no opposition be say, na lady be a soon. Say we are. There is no way Mahama be take his position way. Even the health minister, Minta Kando. So no no what's our position. There is no way he will do anything against we. No bia nurses in penny for cassette na womoko shiana later on your mosesra or de omobone cheomo. Obia yen na yehu tamale teaching hospital. Strike our mokotiana. Nanko no na semye de crusty or yes, a mudia mumra ni entina seni enkasa. If you know Minta Kando, you know that he is not going to support this thing. Until who ni pakrona wote Ghana Health Service na wo ya adie we no. Sebi pray dia san. Den na wo dwen ya wo hu se chale. Minya adie we ntia lady we. Lady we or your oba. Or your unua or your girlfriend and anka be na sa adie we. Have you even thought for a second that 10 months a young girl in her 20s obviously has worked for 10 months and has not been paid? Have you thought for a second how this girl is surviving? Have you thought for a second to see that this lady may be krano, she's been a burden on someone? Na ya mo say ye easy won. Wait, and you say be our boyfriend, be a boyfriend boane kakra. For all you know, be krana ne boyfriend krano, on to me mwana hwe. Do you think a young crofo na ya say emani bi na wo mo chinchin a trese wo mo ne nkro memma bi dane. Some of them they are promiscuous and all that, but ebi mo, do you think say it is a your momo pair na say there? Do you know what they are going through? Me, I can speak for myself. Na me ye juma as a nurse for 10 months. Ni enchi ameka. Na de bia me ko juma me mu na o. E ho se metu me nya akoma pa de aye juma. Na me baba be kasa mo ka tre me se de mo betwe aso. Me say nipa ko no throw letter we no. Ye ntwe say nipa ko ni mu aso because you've been very insensitive to this lady. Adia me to me fanya minia. Ma me fanya obi. And you see, the reason why I'm saying, say, even Minta Kando, he's not going to support this, me say, or the letter about Bonting. Or the letter about Bonting and Walker said, Darby, lady, no, you're funny born in channel. Let's read the letter. You read the letter now. As the Minister for Health requests amnesty for staff nurse. As the Ministry of Health has taken notice of a query letter issued to Ms. Benesabuaje, a staff nurse, which has been circulating on social media regarding certain non-professional comments allegedly made against the Minister for Health, Honorable Kwabna Minta Kando. The minister commends the Ghana Health Service for promptly upholding the tenets of professionalism and a code of conduct prescribed for health workers. However, Honorable Akando has appealed to the service to temper justice with mercy in addressing the matter. According to him, both he and the government welcome divergent views and constructive criticism as part of his commitment to fostering tolerance and openness to diverse opinions. I say, the minister further urged all health workers to express their opinions responsibly and respectfully without resorting to insults, as this contributes to the healthy growth and development of the health sector. The ministry wishes to emphasize that it has no objection to demonstrations, as they are legitimate expressions of frustration and a constitutional right of every citizen. However, the ministry will not condone the use of abusive language or acts of indiscipline during such demonstrations. The Ministry of Health also wishes to use the opportunity to remind all health professionals to be circumspect in their public communications and social media engagement. This is coming from Tony Goodman, who is the head health training institutions and then the spokesperson for the ministry. So basically that's what Tony Goodman is saying, right? I mean, you can say whatever you want to say about me, the American, and they say cause and effect. You can't cause something and be complaining about the effects. It's as simple as that. You ask yourself, a day in a day same way aba. It's just like Embra me when we were campaigning for the NDC. Say about President Akufo-Addo din. You can say President Akufo-Addo, he has committed robbery. Why? Because it made no sense. Say Ghana ni pensioner edi ni sika akwakoye investments. Wakwakoto bond. No sorry the next day wo abaino or mismanagement inti. Odi onsa bo no ni sikemu. There was no sense. It was complete robbery. But we said that. And we were right to say that because a cause and effect. Anka wanya anke yenka. Inti se wo pese yebo we dimpa ya depa. Wo pese yebo we dimbonea. Men koye ana 10 months yentia nipa chronicle. What do you expect the person to see you and be smiling? That is hypocrisy. If you have not paid me for 1 year, 10 months, I will not see you and smile. I am not going to see you and smile. Don't expect me to be saying nice things to you. If you have not paid me for 10 good months, what are you telling me? What the hell is this? What the hell? What are we talking about here? Daddy, this is insensitive. Very, very insensitive. It should not be encouraged at all. You can say whatever. Now, Masa, lady, no, what minister never know yewe. What do you expect her to say? Because the minister came and the minister, yes, whatever minister never saw obey piano. You see, a human behavior and human psychology. Sometimes when you are in a certain situation, you are not thinking straight. So sometimes if people judge you because of you being in a certain situation, they are really not being fair to you. Because enye bibi na eba ya na ka bibi nkonko ye bibi. Ati ase. Temesrao o nkonko entina ho nji wo pay. Na wo bi ono onji ni pay for 10 months na obesu hu no wo kasa. Osidi ntia na one make kasa rough. Masa your life and death matter. Your life and death matter. Say ni pa ko se wuntua ne ka. Let me give you a scenario. So let's say that this lady, right? I'm not saying it's a son or here, but it's just a scenario that is a possibility. In the timeline of things, it's a possibility. Yamfane say she's not getting paid for 10 months. Obi knuba ne ho ewo hospital ho. Nipa kuno ekunu hu no say lady hu ya mefe na waje ne number. Nipa kuno ni kunu no taata no. Na one ni di nkomo se mekra yentua meka o se o pene so mame. Na mehwe every month bia mema osika. Na lady nso apene so. Na afi sanse wa apene so ninti no oni nipa kuno ni kunu epie oni ne hyehye ho. Na bia nipa kuno ne yere eba be hu. O se hey wo ye nurse wo jimi kunu. Okay, metre onyansa. Na bia nipa kuno yere atata na wa ba be hu lady no. Na bia wa won ne sekan ana wa boni tio ne we kunu just because odini kunu echi ana o de aside gu ne ho no wa say no just because odini kunu echi. Is that not a life and death issue? So you see how something you think say common as say yentia ne ka for just 10 months or we can say just 10 months yentia ne ka for 10 months no 10 months is even not just now 1 month kra no masa do you know the number of people and there almost yomu yesika for now so more life be crash if they are not even paid for 3 months. Do you know there are a lot of people walking around some omwejuma say for 2 months complete they are poor, they've entered poverty. And this lady for 10 good months. It is when we start 10 months no how a year life and death issue one here able to be kuno. Just because in Tianeka for 10 months. Yes. It's if you are not thinking far about the issue and then you feel like oh lady we yanking so just because of insembia wakwakan, then you are being insensitive. And we are not going to encourage yeah campaign my NDC by. Some of us we believe that NDC is the best political party. And NDC and Kagana democracy crying. And so we are not going to allow certain elements to say Omobeye Nyamabi they say NDC being yampene. If you think that some of us we are just going to be a rubber stamp and then just be defending the government and that be masa yampene. Don't try your comment box ni mo me